Today we're going to talk about something many of you have thought about but few dare to ask. How to conquer women 20 years younger in bed, and do it in a way that's irresistible, memorable, and, above all, effective. Let's make something clear from the start. Age is not a barrier. If you know what you're doing, age becomes an advantage, not a problem. So get ready, because we're not going to waste time with empty games. We're getting straight to the real, the practical, and what works. Before we continue, like this video and subscribe, because what you're about to learn is going to completely change the game for you. Surprising strategies. Irresistible attraction in bed. If you want to conquer a woman 20 years younger, the first thing you need to do is be unpredictable. Young women are used to guys their age who follow boring and predictable patterns. You have to be different. I'm not saying to invent complicated things, but to change how you present yourself and act. You need to create an air of mystery, something that makes her constantly wonder what's coming next. For example, instead of jumping straight into the physical, start by playing with her mind. Young women value emotional intelligence, and if you know how to handle that aspect, attraction will be inevitable. Build tension, create expectations, and when the moment of intimacy arrives, surprise her with something she didn't expect. It's not just about what you do in bed, but how you get to that point. It's all part of the seduction. How to ignite passion. Techniques that work. Now we're entering practical territory. If you want to ignite the passion of a young woman, you can't just rely on the basics. You have to be proactive, know how to read her body language, and adapt your moves to what she's enjoying in the moment. The key is variety. Some simple techniques, like changing the rhythm of your caresses, paying attention to the less obvious erogenous zones, or even using your voice at key moments, can make the difference between an average experience and something unforgettable. Don't settle for the easy stuff. Put in the effort to learn what she likes and don't be afraid to experiment a little. Passion ignites when both are fully present, so make sure every action has intention behind it. Breaking barriers. Conquering with confidence. Now, let's talk about what really separates successful men from those who never get anywhere. Confidence. Confidence isn't faked. It's built. If you're with a woman 20 years younger, the last thing you can do is act like you're out of your comfort zone. You need to take the lead confidently but without being arrogant. Show that you know what you're doing and that the situation doesn't intimidate you. If she feels you're nervous or insecure, her attraction will decrease. But if you show her that, despite the age difference, you have control of the situation and know how to handle it, she'll feel even more attracted to you. Confidence is what will lower her barriers. And that's where you can truly conquer her. The art of seduction. Attracting the younger generation. Seducing young women isn't the same as seducing women your age. The art of seduction with a younger woman requires you to understand how her world works while maintaining your authenticity. It's not about becoming someone you're not, but about knowing how to play with expectations. Young women are looking for excitement, novelty, something that pulls them out of their routine. You have to be the man who surprises them at every moment while also conveying security and experience. You're different from the men of her generation, and if you handle it well, that's your greatest advantage. If you can master the art of seduction by being the man who combines maturity with youthful spark, you have all the cards in your favor. Creativity in intimacy. New ways to satisfy. When you finally reach the moment of intimacy, you can't do the same old thing. Young women are looking for something that leaves a mark, something different. You have to be creative in intimacy. What does that mean? Don't settle for the basics. Explore new ways to satisfy her. From using techniques she probably hasn't experienced before to innovating how you handle foreplay, creativity is what will set you apart from everyone else. And I'm not just talking about the physical. I'm also talking about how you manage the atmosphere and the conversation before the encounter. Everything counts. If you can create a complete experience, she won't forget you easily. How to make her want more. Keys to seduction. Once you reach the point of intimacy, your goal isn't just to satisfy her once but to make her want more. You achieve this by creating an experience she can't find anywhere else. Don't be a predictable man. If you can make the encounter so unique that she can't help but desire to repeat it, you've won. The keys lie in anticipation and surprise. Don't give everything at once. Make the moment a game of tension and release, where she feels there's always something more to discover. Leave room for her to crave more, for her to think about you even after the encounter has ended. That's where seduction becomes explosive. Revealing pleasure, what they seek in bed. Let's be clear, young women seek more than just the physical. What they really want in bed is a combination of emotional connection and physical satisfaction. You, as an older man, have the advantage of offering both. If you only focus on the physical aspect, you'll miss out on some of the magic they truly seek. What they want is to feel desired, to know you truly value them in that moment, but also that you know how to take them to the edge of their pleasure. This means you have to be extremely attentive to their reactions, their sounds, their body language. Every woman is different, and if you can adapt to what she needs, the experience will be much more intense for both of you. Transforming the encounter. From chat to intimacy. This is where many fail. They know how to talk, but they don't know how to take the conversation to the next level. Transforming casual talk into an intimate encounter requires you to read the moment and act at the right time. You can't force anything, but you also can't wait forever. The secret lies in knowing how to subtly yet firmly change the tone of the conversation. Start introducing topics that make her imagine more intimate scenarios, but without being too obvious. The key is subtlety. If you can make her start visualizing the moment before it happens, you've already won half the battle. Attraction techniques. Seducing effortlessly. If there's one thing young women find incredibly attractive, it's a man's ability to seduce without apparent effort. What does this mean? That every move you make, every word you say, seems natural, like it's part of you and not something you're planning. Effortless seduction is a skill perfected over time. You need to master the art of being interesting without trying to be. That's where true attraction arises. Don't try too hard to impress. Don't show off how much you know or how much you have. Let your appeal speak for itself. Young women are experts at detecting when someone is trying too hard. Attractive lifestyle. What you can learn. Your lifestyle is your greatest weapon of seduction. Young women are attracted to men who have interesting lives, who have their own passions, and who don't rely on anyone else for happiness. You have to be the kind of man they want to follow, the kind they want to discover. If you live a boring life, your appeal will decrease rapidly. But if you have a life full of experiences, activities, goals, and dreams, they'll want to be part of that. A man who knows what he wants and is pursuing his purpose is irresistible. And if you can make her see that, she won't want to miss out on what comes next. If you've made it this far, my friend, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. She wants you. How older men ignite the pleasure of younger women. If you're here, it's because you want to know how older men like you can spark interest, desire, and pleasure in younger women. And let me tell you something right from the start. Yes, it's entirely possible. But to achieve this, you need to understand what truly attracts them, what makes them feel that connection they don't find in guys their age. We're going to break all of this down in detail because if you don't learn to master these concepts, you'll keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Before we proceed, like this video and subscribe because we're not here to tell you what you already know. We're here to teach you to take that extra step that will elevate you to the next level. Discovering the power of experience in attraction. The first step is to leverage your greatest advantage. Experience. Young women are surrounded by guys who, although full of energy, lack the maturity and wisdom you've accumulated over the years. Your experience is not just an advantage. It's what makes you different. Knowing how to handle situations, how to speak with confidence, and how to read their signals without constantly asking puts you in a position of power. But be careful. Don't confuse experience with arrogance. The key is to demonstrate that experience without seeming like you're trying too hard to impress her. Let your maturity speak for itself. Young women are attracted to someone who doesn't need to constantly prove who he is because he already knows. The impact of maturity. How to win over younger women. Maturity is something young women value more than you might imagine. They've had enough of guys who don't know what they want, who hesitate, and who are incapable of committing to anything serious. That's where you come in. Maturity is not just about making smart decisions. It's also about knowing how to manage their emotions. When a young woman feels she can trust you, that you won't react immaturely or impulsively, she opens up to you in a way she never would with a guy her age. This is where you need to seize the opportunity. Be her rock, her stability, but at the same time, keep that touch of mystery that keeps her intrigued. Keys to awakening interest in younger women. To spark a young woman's interest, you can't be boring or monotonous. You have to know how to mix the new with the classic. Stay updated, but don't become an imitator of youth trends. What they really seek is someone who can take them out of their routine, offering something that guys their age can't. One of the keys is to show confidence in who you are without trying to fit into their world. She should feel that she has something to learn from you, something to experience that she's never lived before. Surprise her, but from your experience, not from a desperate attempt to be young again. That's what truly captivates them. How to be the man they desire. Seduction is not just about physical appearance or saying the right words. It's about being the man they desire but can't find in others. This means being someone who can understand them emotionally, who can provide stability but also excitement. Young women seek a mix of both, security and adventure. And you know what the best part is? You can be that perfect combination. If you can show that you're strong, reliable, and at the same time passionate and full of surprises, they won't be able to resist. But here's the trick. Don't give them everything at once. Let them discover your qualities gradually so they're always left wanting more. Seduction strategies to connect with youth. This is where many older men fail. They try to connect with younger women in the wrong way, either by showing too much interest or, worse yet, by acting younger than they really are. Don't make that mistake. Your strategy should be to be authentic. Young women value authenticity above all else. Don't try to hide your age or behave like someone you're not. What really seduces them is a man who is genuine and who knows how to handle the situation intelligently. Connect with their youth without losing your essence. That's the key to effective seduction. Strengths of maturity. What attracts younger women? Maturity is not just an emotional advantage. It's also a physical one. Your calmness and self-confidence are qualities that young women find incredibly attractive. They seek someone who doesn't get swept away by momentary emotions, someone who can maintain composure when the situation gets intense. Additionally, maturity in intimacy is something you can't underestimate. Young guys tend to be impulsive, but you, with your experience, know how to prolong the moment and create a deeper connection. That's what really drives them wild. Don't rush it. Learn to enjoy the process because when they feel you can control your desires, their desire for you increases exponentially. Transforming attraction. Becoming the desired man. How do you become the man they truly desire? It's not just about what you do, but how you do it. Young women are used to guys who try to impress them in every possible way. You're not going to do that. Instead of trying to impress her, let her be the one to impress you. This doesn't mean you should be arrogant, but you should reverse the dynamic. Make her feel that she has to earn your attention, that you're not like the others who are simply chasing after her. When you achieve this, she will see you as someone different, someone worth discovering. Understanding the needs of younger women. If you really want to awaken the pleasure of a young woman, you need to understand what she needs. It's not just about physical satisfaction. It's about a deep emotional connection. Young women want to feel understood. They want to know you can handle both their emotional and physical sides. That's why instead of focusing solely on the physical, learn to connect with their emotions. Ask her about her desires, about what truly excites her, not just sexually but in life in general. When you become the man who understands her needs on a deeper level, she will want to be with you in ways you never imagined. Qualities that enchant. What they seek in you. What are the qualities that captivate a young woman? It's not money, it's not looks, it's not power. What they really seek is confidence, stability, and at the same time, excitement. They want to know that although you're reliable and secure, you can also take them to places they've never explored. They're looking for someone who can challenge their limits but without losing respect. Someone who makes them feel safe but also alive. If you can combine those two things, I guarantee they will fall for you. The effect of respect. How to enhance pleasure. Respect is what will ensure that the relationship is not only exciting but also lasting. Young women are tired of guys who treat them like objects or who don't respect their emotions. When they feel you respect them, that you value their opinions and emotions, the pleasure they experience with you multiplies. Respect is the foundation of every successful relationship, and when they feel respected and valued, they will open up to you in ways you never imagined. If you've made it this far, my friend, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. Immediate attraction. What young women really seek in older men. Today we're diving into a topic many of you have been waiting for. What do young women really look for in older men? If you think it's all about physical appearance or the bank account, you're very mistaken. Attraction is much more complex than that. And if you understand what truly draws them in, you'll be one step ahead in this game. So, if you want to know how to catch the attention of a younger woman and spark genuine interest, like this video and subscribe to the channel because what you're about to discover will transform you. Key traits. What young women are looking for. The first thing you need to understand is that young women don't seek what everyone else thinks. Sure, appearance can matter, but what attracts them most to an older man is security, confidence, and emotional stability. They're not interested in a man who is unsure of who he is or what he wants. They seek someone who knows how to handle life calmly, who is firm in his decisions, and who doesn't get carried away by emotions. Maturity is a magnet for them because young guys often lack the emotional steadiness that an older man can provide. So if you want to be attractive to them, you need to show that you have control over your life and that nothing can throw you off balance. That's what makes them feel secure and draws them toward you. How to present your best self in every encounter. Every interaction you have with a younger woman is an opportunity to present your best self. I'm not talking about pretending or being someone you're not, but knowing how to highlight your best qualities. First, take care of your physical presence. Hygiene and personal style are crucial. You don't need to dress like a young guy, but you do need to show that you care for yourself and are conscious of your image. This says a lot about how you value yourself, and women notice. But it's not just about appearance. The way you express yourself, your body language, and your tone of voice also matter. Speak with confidence, without hesitation. Maintain a relaxed yet firm posture. Every detail counts to show that you're a man who knows what he wants and how to get it. Attraction hooks, strategies that work. This is where things get interesting. What can you do to engage a younger woman from the start? You need to be unpredictable, but not in a chaotic way. You should maintain a balance between mystery and confidence. One effective strategy is to make her feel special without constantly flattering her. Young women are used to receiving empty compliments, but if you're different, if you know how to make her feel unique through small gestures or clever comments, she will see you in a different light. Additionally, humor is key. It's not about being a clown, but having a subtle, mature sense of humor. Women value a man who can make them laugh effortlessly and who also has the intelligence to understand their jokes and respond wittily. The psychology of attraction, understanding their desires. Here's where it gets really interesting. The psychology of female attraction is complex, but if you can understand what they really want, you'll have the upper hand. Young women seek something that guys their age can't offer. A mix of adventure and security. They want excitement, but they also want a man who can keep them grounded. They look for someone who challenges them but also provides the sense that they are with someone who understands and protects them. So, the key here is to show that you can handle both aspects. The man who knows how to have fun and live in the moment, but who is also there when things get serious. This combination is extremely attractive to them. What younger women value in an older man. What do younger women really value in an older man? Experience. Not just life experience, but also how to handle relationships. They look for someone who doesn't play the same childish games as the guys their age. They value honesty, sincerity, and above all, a man's ability to communicate clearly and directly. They're not interested in men who hesitate or falter in what they want. If you're straightforward yet respectful, you'll earn points quickly. Moreover, they value emotional intelligence. A man who knows how to manage his emotions and who can understand theirs without becoming an emotional wreck is someone they'll want around. Leveraging experience. How to win over younger women. Experience is your greatest weapon. Don't underestimate the power you hold simply by having lived longer. What seems obvious to you may be a whole new world for them. You have the advantage of knowing how life works, and if you can show that wisdom in an appealing way, they will feel naturally drawn to you. But don't be arrogant. The key is to be humble about your experience. Instead of boasting about what you know, offer them the opportunity to learn from you subtly. Share your life experiences in a way that makes them feel they're growing by being with you. Instantly attractive. Tips to captivate. If you want to be instantly attractive, you need to master the art of presence. It doesn't matter if you're in a bar, at a party, or simply walking down the street. Your presence should say it all. Walk confidently, maintain an upright posture, and above all, make eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in seduction. If you can maintain a steady gaze without being intimidating, you'll create an instant connection. Most guys their age don't have the courage to do this, which puts you in a completely different category. How to become a magnet for young interest. Become the kind of man that young women seek. This doesn't mean you have to change who you are, but you should polish certain aspects that can make you more attractive to them. Work on your appearance, your physical fitness, but also on your mindset. The youthful mindset is key. I'm not saying you should act like someone their age, but you should keep an open, flexible mindset that's willing to learn. Young women look for someone who can understand their world without being condescending. Keys to quickly connect: generational synergy. One of the biggest challenges is connecting quickly despite the generational difference. But here's the trick. You don't need to know everything about their generation to connect. What you need to do is listen actively, show genuine interest in what they're passionate about, and be willing to learn. If you show interest in their world without pretending to be a part of it artificially, they'll notice and appreciate it. Generational synergy isn't about being in the same life stage but about respecting and learning from the differences. If you can find common ground, the connection will strengthen quickly. Effective strategies: increasing your attractiveness. Be mysterious but accessible. Don't reveal everything about yourself right from the start. Let her discover layers of you gradually. This creates intrigue and makes her want to know more. Use the power of curiosity to your advantage. When she asks you questions, respond in a way that intrigues her even more. Leave hints about your life that make her want to dig deeper. Attraction isn't built in a single moment. It's built with small details over time. If you've made it this far, my friend, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. The sexual game young women play with older men. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that, for many, is as intriguing as it is complicated. The sexual game that young women play with older men. We're not talking about simple interactions or light flirting here. We're talking about how they, with all their youth, intelligence, and playfulness, navigate the dynamics of power in seduction. And you, as an older man, need to understand the rules of this game if you truly want to win. So, if you're here to discover how young women play the seduction game with older men, and more importantly, how to maintain control and come out victorious, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Because what you're about to hear will not only open your eyes, but will also give you the knowledge necessary to navigate this territory like a true master. Understanding the rules. How to navigate the game of seduction. The first thing you need to understand is that this is all a game, but not an innocent one. Young women know what they're doing when they interact with older men. They have their own rules, their own dynamics, and you, if you want to succeed, need to understand them. To start, you must know that young women seek different things in older men. They're not simply after experience or financial stability, although that can play a role. What they really want is someone who understands how emotional and psychological worlds work. They want a man who is not as easily manipulated as the guys their age. They want someone who can play the game with them but on their own terms. Power dynamics. How to interpret their intentions. This is where the power dynamics come into play. Young women are very aware of their physical appeal and how it affects older men. They know you have more experience, more emotional control, but they also know that many older men feel intimidated by their youth. So, how do you interpret their intentions? Pay attention to their actions more than their words. Young women often throw out little tests, almost like traps, to see how you react. If you get nervous or act desperate for their attention, you lose points. But if you remain calm, in control, and show that you won't fall for their games easily, that's when they really become attracted to you. The art of strategy. Seducing without desperation. The key here is strategy. You can't be the man who acts desperate for the attention of a younger woman. You have to be strategic. This means knowing when to advance and when to pull back. Don't fall into the trap of showing too much interest right away. Keep a bit of mystery. Let her wonder what you really want. That alone creates tension and desire. Young women are used to guys who are always trying to impress them. You are not that guy. You are the man who knows how to make her work for your attention. How to avoid traps. Maintaining control. Traps exist and they know how to use them. How do you avoid falling into them? First, understand that every interaction is a test. If she flirts with you but suddenly becomes cold or distant, don't panic. This is simply a way to test you. She wants to see how you react under pressure. She wants to know if you can maintain control. Don't let emotions take over in these moments. Stay calm, continue to act confidently, and don't change your behavior just because she changed hers. If you can handle these little mental games, she'll see you as a man who cannot be easily manipulated. And believe me, that's incredibly attractive to a young woman. Flirting tactics. Playing with elegance. Flirting is a game in itself, and if you want to master it, you need to play with elegance. You can't be too direct or too obvious. Flirting should be subtle, with touches of humor, intelligence, but never desperation. For example, if she makes a flirty comment, respond unexpectedly. Don't immediately play along. Instead, throw out a joke or a comment that surprises her. This shows her that you have control of the interaction and that you're not just following her script. Elegant flirting always wins because it demonstrates that you have a quick mind and don't take things too seriously. The mysteries of flirting. What they really want. This is where many men get confused. What do young women really want when they flirt with older men? They're not just looking for validation or a casual hookup. They want to feel challenged. For them, flirting is a way to gauge your level of interest and your ability to handle the situation. If you're too obvious, you lose. If you're too distant, you also lose. You have to find the perfect balance where you keep her interest without revealing your cards right away. This creates a power dynamic where both are playing, but she's never completely sure of your intentions. Detecting signals. How to know if she's playing with you. One of the hardest things for men is knowing if a young woman is genuinely interested or just playing with you. The truth is, the signals are there, but you have to learn to read them correctly. If she is investing time in you, if she seeks your attention consistently, and above all, if she puts you to the test, she's probably interested. But if she's just playing to see how far she can take the interaction without committing, that's also a signal. Don't get frustrated if you find yourself in this situation. Just take control, set your own boundaries, and make it clear that you're not there just for her entertainment. Attraction games. The psychology behind flirting. The psychology behind flirting is fascinating. Young women flirt differently with older men than with guys their age. With you, flirting isn't just a superficial game. It's a way to explore your mind, to see how far you can go. They want you to demonstrate that you have control over yourself, that you're not easily manipulated, and that you can challenge their expectations. If you can do this, you'll earn their respect and, more importantly, their attraction. Winning the game. How to become the man they want. Winning this game isn't just about being the most handsome or the richest man. It's about being the man they can't fully figure out. They want someone who intrigues them, who challenges them, and who, at the same time, offers emotional security. You have to be that man who can play the game but also knows when to withdraw. Don't become their emotional toy. Always maintain your dignity, your control, and make them feel like they need to work to have you. That's what really drives them wild. The intrigue of seduction. How to keep the interest. If she feels she has you completely, the game is over. You have to be the man who always has something more to offer, who never reveals everything at once. Let her wonder what you're thinking, what you're planning. Keep a certain emotional distance without being cold. Intrigue is what will keep her interest high and make her want more from you.